In this video, we're going to take a look at surface modeling inside Fusion 360. In order to access the surface modified tools, we need to come to our design workspace and we'll look at a ribbon and we can see the surface tool palette here. Now surfaces we can create via sketch, revolve, sweep, or loft, similar to how we would create a T-spline or our standard solid body modeling methods. I'm going to start with a sketch and I'm just going to create a simple box shape. Now that I have the profile, I can choose extrude and I can begin extruding out my surface. Now, looking at this surface here, you'll notice something. This has a thickness of 0. It is a single side. This is the main difference between solid body modeling and surface modeling. In surface modeling, we're working with 0 thickness geometry. The advantages of this is it simplifies some of the modeling process as we don't have to worry about thickness until we're ready to. We can also use surfaces to use as cutting tools where we might want a 0 thickness cut through an object. The example I'm going to use today is we're going to take a look at some ducting and how we can use surfaces to make our lives easier when it comes to modeling these parts. I'm going to add in a second sketch here, but first I need to set an offset plane some distance away from our original. And I will sketch on this plane and I will create another section of ducting. And I will extrude this again. So now we have two sections and we need to bridge the gap between them. We can do this using the loft command, the same as we would in solid body modeling. So I'm going to go up to the create panel and I'm going to select loft and then I'm going to choose the two profiles that I want to join. You can see it's added in the missing geometry here. But one thing to notice is that it's yellow instead of gray. Because surfaces are an infinitely thin object, they have colors to show what is the inside and the outside of the object. Yellow, in this case, represents the inside and gray should be on the outside. If we run into a situation like this, where we have yellow on the outside, there's a tool in Fusion 360 to fix this. What we'll do is we'll go up to our Modify panel and choose the Reverse Normal option here. Then I'll select the body in which I want to reverse its normal and hit OK. Going into normals and what they are in modeling is a little bit outside the scope of this video, but just know for the rule of thumb, gray should be on the outside while yellow should be on the inside. Now that we have the profile of our duct set up, we want to give it some thickness in order to turn it into a solid body. Once we've turned it into a solid body, we can use our solid body modeling tools like we're used to using. In this case, the easiest way to give this some thickness would be to go into the Create menu and select the Thicken command. From here, I will select all of my objects and I'll give it a thickness of 3 mil. Now you'll see the whole object has turned gray, which implies that it is now a solid body. From here, I can continue using my solid body modeling tools as I would normally. So if I wanted to say add a hole in here, I could add in my sketch and then extrude cut through the piece. Surfaces are particularly useful for any situation where you need to simplify the geometry using an add thickness later, or for creating slightly more complex profiles. Once you're happy with it, you can convert it back into a solid body and continuing your normal modeling practices.